Hello folks and welcome back to Xenonauts 2, where last time we were in the cleaner base. And we cleared out everything other than the last room. I spent the last couple of turns just shuffling things around. I gave you now got a splash grenade. I think you're carrying the laser pistol. We've done some reloads for people. I think everyone's gotten a full magazine. Or as close to as full as possible. 17 runs is probably fine. 5 is probably fine. You reloaded 3. You reloaded 3. Get the long sight down here. Because what we have here, guys in suits, a tall alien, and at least a cleaner, I think, was still remaining. A cleaner soldier was still remaining. 2 aliens. Crap. Oh god, this is not good at all. If you went over here, 60% because of the smoke. And the object being you. You also only smoke here as well. Oh heavens. You duck down. You go over here, it gives a 79% chance to shoot you in the back. You turn. The problem is here is that we're all dead at this point, aren't we? Okay, so... You're down. Oh, you had the smoke. Hang on, who's got a smoke? You got a smoke. Long bomb with smoke over there. Not great, but whatever. Honestly, get the hell out of the way. We killed somebody. Wasted a smoke for it. We got someone dead. Okay. So what we're doing? We're gonna get the hell out of Dodge as best we can. See if that works out here. Damn. Okay, if you move over here, you got stun points, but okay, what can we do about this? Lou, drop that for a second. Over there. You pick that up. Go over there, crouch down. We're getting ready to can you see? You can shoot up here. You can't shoot over here. To shoot over this way, you need to shoot, you can only hit basically. Oh, you gotta really? You can shoot there? No, minus. Look for every minus 100. So yeah, you can't even shoot, you cannot shoot this room at all. You can shoot maybe here, because the second you try to shoot something over here, you get minus 100 that aren't the door. Okay, so that's not a bad. That's not a good place for you to be in. That's better. Right, end the turn. Okay, they've moved a little bit. You only have one intervening object, which is you, so if you get out of the way, you still hit the bloody wall. That's you down. Honestly? Oh, really? That's big for us. Hang on. Move over here. Get down now. You go over there. Get down there. Open the door there. Cool. Take that and run. Like I said, if I can get one of them alive, I will, but I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to rush it. Okay, so there's what, one guy left and one of these left. Oh, he's low. He's probably low. He's over there. Oh my god, he's over there. If we go over here, need 35. Damn. Over there, open the door. Over here, 40. And can you smoke from there? Do it. Got him! Scion soldier fallen unconscious. You're in the smoke as well, don't give a crap. Phenomenal work. Oh my god, okay. Flash him. Long range. Or, you know, just suppress yourselves a bit. That's fine too, I guess. Yeah, I know. This has gone better than I could hope for, I swear. Okay, end the turn. That's fine. That's okay. Oh my god. I was not expecting to get one of them unconscious. That was a dream. It was a dream. People got shot, sure, but oh my god. That was fantastic. Holy crap. People are wounded, but the wounded timers are way lower because you've got a medical center. Now, they're not like a month. They're now like half a month. Everyone got a award for valor for completing an alien base mission. Captured cleaner soldier, captured Scion, Scion corpse, magnetic rifles, sentry gun wreckages. Farkas got golden star for 5 total hostile kills. Crimson heart for being wounded. Not that much this mission, come on, really, not even wounded, you're just injured. You got your Crux Lars for 4 more single kills in a mission. Oh my god, well done guys. You got plus four to all your stats as well. So these two got really good really fast. I mean, you just got essentially +6 to TU's strength, bravery, reflexes, and accuracy, and +5 to health. Same thing here with you with Van Dyke. Actually, pretty much most people think capped out. I think that's the cap you get. At this level, this is their cap. They pretty much capped out in a lot of their stats. How much experience they can get per mission. Good heavens. That's fault didn't kill anybody, but fine. Federico got 5 in a single mission. God, well done, guys. Cleaner device, the plot. Yeah, there's more research for us to do here. There's, in fact, 2 researchers. There's alien origins and cleaner device. We're working on the battle armor, though. Cleaner origins. We have found more than a few surprises within the Cleaner Archives, Commander. The biggest being that humanity has apparently been aware of the aliens' foes for decades. Indeed, we're not even the first organization established to monitor them. In 1962, construction teams working on the Icelandic facility discovered the wreckage of an alien spacecraft embedded in a glacier. The true cause of the Iceland incident was not the discovery of a hidden nuclear silo, but rather the Soviets detecting secret American attempts to ship the wreckage back home. Famously, this event nearly sparked a nuclear war. The crisis only ended when American forces withdrew and permitted Soviets equal access to the crash site. In the aftermath, a clandestine organization called XDEF was jointly established to study the UFO and prepared defenses against a possible alien invasion. With their existence classified at the highest level, a global network of front agencies was created so that they could operate without raising suspicion. Their research work was highly successful. Their extraordinary scientific progress of recent decades was built upon foundational knowledge gleaned from shattered fragments of extraterrestrial technology. Indeed, this may even explain why we have found alien equipment relatively straightforward to reverse engineer. Sadly, XDEF proved rather less adept at defending our planet. The warped remnants of their organization eventually became the Cleaners, actively serving the very enemies they were intended to protect us against. These events may be connected to the enormous machine recovered from the laboratory. The purpose of the device remains unknown. Every file related to the project is heavily encrypted. Yet the archives come to abrupt end within days of its completion. Finally, if you're interested in further reading, some historical interview transcripts from the XDEF archives have been uploaded to the Xenopedia. Phenomenally. Oh yeah, we waited a little bit just before we launched to get Lou back to full health. Lou is now currently wounded. Background. XDEF transcript. Ooh, quite a long one. Yeah, why not? Kind of wish time would pass at slow speed so we would be progressing back to base, whatever. 12th of June 1994. Transcript of discussions with Secretary of Defense Benjamin R. Thomas, newly appointed to the role. Hello, Admiral. Good afternoon, sir. It's not often the Secretary of Defense drops by. How can I help? I'm interested in hearing more about the Iceland incident. I understand you were in command of the 6th Fleet at the time? That's correct, but I'm not sure what I can tell you. It happened nearly 30 years ago, and age hasn't improved my memory. The unredacted transcripts of my debriefing are still on file, though. I'm sure your clearance is high enough to get you access. The President recently granted me 0 black clearance, a level that doesn't exist on any official documentation. He implied there might be more to the story than I knew. Ah, I see. Well, it's not surprising you were unaware of 0 black. No written records of anything classified that highly are permitted beyond very specific areas. We take secrecy very seriously. Secrecy about what, exactly? I'll get to that. First, you asked about the Iceland incident. While the official account is not almost entirely true, the covert nuclear cells in Greenland and Iceland really existed, and there was nothing fake about the face-off between the 6th Fleet and the Soviet Northern Fleet. I see. And what does it leave out? The alien spaceship. The what? Construction teams working in the Icelandic silo found an alien-wrecked spacecraft while mapping the underground water flow. It had clearly exploded on impact and spent years being crushed by ice, so it wasn't much to look at, but it certainly wasn't human. We still don't know how the Soviets found out about it. Perhaps they picked up the radio chatter from the base, or maybe I had a KGB mole in my command staff. KBG mole. KBG, is that typo? No, it's not typo, it's just alternate history stuff, because there's stuff down here. A KBG mole in my command staff. Either way, almost the entire Northern Fleet was headed our way within hours. An alien spaceship. Admiral, tell me you're not being serious. I'm deadly serious. That's why the situation was so dangerous. For all the Soviets knew the technology inside that spaceship could allow America to destroy the USSR overnight. They couldn't let us have it, even if that meant starting World War III. The White House wasn't exactly keen to compromise, of course, but eventually they had to back down. Tell me, have you heard the name XDEF? XDEF? No, I can't say I have. Good. As I said either, secrecy is paramount. The Extraterrestrial Defense Agency was the result. A joint NATO-Soviet body established to study the alien spaceship and protect humanity against the extraterrestrial threats. We've been hard at work ever since. I find this difficult to believe, Admiral. How could a secret organization stay hidden for 3 full decades? We hide in plain sight. Are you familiar with DARPA-X and the CIB? Of course, DARPA-X is the experimental arm of DARPA, our military research agency, and the Counterintelligence Bureau is one of our domestic security agencies. That's the official story, yes. In reality, there are 2 XDEF front organizations. We use DARPA-X to distribute any scientific advances that arise from studying the UFO wreckage. The CIB arrests or discredits anyone who might expose our activities, and we covertly draw funding from both of their budgets. It's the same story in every major NATO or Soviet nation. You'd be amazed at the resources we have available, given we don't officially exist. Jesus. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I assume you're the leader of XDEF? One of 2, yes. I represent the views of NATO. My counterpart represents those of Soviet-aligned countries. I see. Should I expect to speak to you often? Hopefully not. Extraterrestrial activity is extremely rare, and XDEF likes to maintain a low profile. You'll only hear from me if serious problems arise. That's all you need to know, and please remember that the CIB takes the protection of all information classified 0 black extremely seriously. Breathe a word of this to anyone except the President, and you lose more than your career. I understand, Admiral. Let's hope we never meet again. Cool. Right, so we're back to base. Panic is high in Latin America, but relatively managed elsewhere. Unfortunately, you're all heavily guarded. I'd like to get you on side, frankly, but it's going to be 200 to eliminate you. I have to keep, basically, I have to keep you, because there's no point, unless I really have to. You're too high up there. Africa isn't too bad, because Africa's within the scope of my base, so I am patrolling Africa. These two are basically outside my sphere of influence right now. Asia kind of is as well. But at least you have someone in Asia doing some work there. Here's problematic at all. 105 for you. At least that would help counteract some of that. Although again, getting... yes, getting you, yeah, I need to get that done. Get back to base. Observation Scion. And Sentry Gun Rebuild. Sentry Gun Rebuild, you say? This costs us half the price to recover a sentry. You know what? I will actually do that. That's kind of cool, actually. Cyan corpse analysis. We're gonna get... I think the second I leave here, we'll get the autopsy as well, I suspect. Autopsy time? Yeah, there you go. Autopsy of the Scion. Health 72, TUs 55. Mesmerize. Psionic Triangle. Although they are significantly larger and rather more dangerous than the sectons encountered previously, genetic analysis suggests that these Scion corpses are in fact exactly the same species as their smaller brethren. My autopsy suggests this is simply sexual dimorphism. The robust bone structure around the torso of a Scion serves to protect the organs within the chest cavity, the largest of which appears to be a uterus. Thus, females of the species appear to have grown larger and stronger than the males to better protect their unborn children. One suspects the genders then continue to evolve into steadily more specialized roles. The cranial cavity of the Scion is more bulbous, housing an unusually large and highly complex brain that contains several large biological structures of unknown function. Embedded within this are a number of metallic implants of similarly opaque purpose. This means that the raw physical and combat abilities of a Scion are not dissimilar to that of an average human. However, the vast superiority of extraterrestrial technology means that these creatures are deadly opponents on the battlefield. More concerning still are the purported psionic abilities that give this creature its name. Every soldier that has encountered a Scion on the battlefield has reported some degree of disorientation, confusion or hallucination creeping into their consciousness, have we? This effect is most acute when looking directly towards the creature, i.e. when attacking it. The idea that extraterrestrial beings are capable of influencing our very thoughts is troubling, Commander. These are clearly fearsome foes. Mesmerize. Some aliens are powerful telepaths capable of mesmerizing and disorienting anyone foolish enough to meet their gaze. If a unit attacks this alien from within its vision cone and fails to score at least one hit, the alien will attempt to mesmerize them. If the attacking soldier passes a morale test, they will be unaffected. If they fail the morale test, they will lose all remaining time units. This ability will not trigger if the unit is suppressed, or if the attacker is not within the vision cone of the alien unit when the attack is performed. Psionic Triangulation. Scions and sectons can create strong psychic connections that allow them to share sensory information, particularly vision. If a secton is within 8 tiles of a scion, that secton will gain 30 accuracy, and this effect will immediately be cancelled after the unit is suppressed or killed. If either unit is suppressed or killed. If psionic triangulation is active, the secton will have visibly glowing eyes. So if there's a scion nearby, sectons are really accurate. Interrogation for the cleaner soldier. There's always been something vaguely inhuman about masked cleaner foes, Commander. Close observation of the captured soldier only makes this more obvious. Our captive spends most of their time staring blankly into space, exhibiting no frustration at being confined within a specimen tube. They appear content to eat any meal provided to them, showing surprisingly little concern about revealing their face when doing so. The prisoner still seems capable of speech, albeit not particularly coherently. However, they proved highly resistant to our interrogation techniques, showing no reaction to physical pain and appearing oblivious to any attempts at psychological pressure. My suspicion is that the electronic implants embedded within the subject's brain are capable of altering sensory input. The captive may exist in a dreamlike state, seeing and feeling only what the extraterrestrial masters wish them to experience. Cleaner soldiers may thus be unaware of the reality of the situation, fully capable of carrying out complex tasks, yet robbed of any ability for higher thought. If so, it is little wonder the aliens have come to rely so heavily on these obedient thralls. Unfortunately, I believe these implants also provide advantages in combat. One suspects they bring improved marksmanship, and the ability to ignore physical pain would certainly help explain the unusual durability of these troops. They are 60, then flat 50s across the board. The extra OP is useful though. Scion corpse analysis? Yeah, we know. Okay. Right, one thing I wanted to check was research, because now we can observe Scion as well. Damage types. Oh, that does? Okay, fine. Guardian battle armor 7 days still. Phantom 7 days as well. Van Dyke and Wilson are hurt. Everyone else is just slowly recovering. Then we have our training base. Training efficiency is 52%, so training efficiency measures the efficiency of soldier training at the base. With an efficiency of 100%, each soldier gains the full number of progress points indicated by the training rate. This value is calculated based on the amount of training capacity at the base and the number of soldiers trying to use it. As long as the number of soldiers does not exceed the training capacity, they train at full efficiency. Training rate is the amount of progress points each soldier stationed at this base will gain in each of their attributes every hour they are stationed at this base. This is modified by training efficiency. The rate of progress will increase as your organization gains more knowledge about your extraterrestrial foes. Completing autopsies of dead aliens and interrogation of captured specimens will therefore lead to an increased training rate across all your bases. Interesting. But yeah, like even we'd have to have a second base, a second training base, to be able to train at full capacity, provided we don't increase the number of soldiers we've got. We're at full living capacity though, so maybe building an extra living quarters is not a bad call. Haven't got the money for it though. 9 days till the funding report. Skywalk's been refueled. Very small 1950. Again, 1950 is too fast for a scout. So that has to be a fighter. We launch interceptors for the fighter? Possibly? Question mark. Actually, Ken, what did we set up you as? What did we set you up as? There you go. Words. Okay. Correctly, I think is what we have here. We have an amount. We have an amount. Do we just launch? We'll find out soon enough if you change direction. The medium over there. Right. Defender. That's not a fighter. Commence attack. Split up as best as possible. You're gonna be like back here. What's the range on this thing? You want to be within like sidewinder range, and then immediately you're gonna basically. Do you carry more missiles? Oh no, you carry 2 missiles. The 3 bullets there are just ammo. Right, okay. Launch everything you can. Okay. Okay, you're done. Leave. You just have to focus on you now. QE, okay. Oh, okay, cool. You have to split up. It can shoot down missiles, though. It can shoot down missiles. Defend the wreckage 1 day. Okay. It knows you got missiles, basically. You can overwhelm the missiles. Medium low. They've been fully repaired, fully refueled. So, launch interceptors on that one. 2400. I don't know what that is. That's gonna be scary. Hang on. Right. Launch interceptors. Are you fully? Are you fully? You are. Okay. Launch interceptors. That is small with escorts. Tail it is the destroyer, okay. So tail until over land, please. I also played that by leaving you... I left you with armor. Because if I removed the armor, I could have put some... never mind. We're overland. If I auto-resolve the attack... That's fine, I'll accept the result. So it's 100 OP to be able to launch that mission. Nope, fine. I'll deal with it. Right, so 159, 149. I can do this. I can grab you for 105, which helps with... Again, Europe has low planning control because I'm right here. It's trying to get these two up and running. 201 for you. 155 for you. Okay. If I did the mission, we'd get money from it, right? Yeah, we'd get resources from it, but other than that, we're okay. Click the bounty. There's no biggie there. Okay. It's them again, but... I think once you're done, you'll remain a well, full sign runner at the moment because whatever we're dealing with are small fry. Okay. I need to have something over here. $155. Come on, give me 162. I'm gonna do this right now. Bam. It'll cost me like it'll cost me, was it 150 to do it? But hey, at least Latin America won't have passive panic gain. Alenium from the Defender wreckage. Okay, the Defender. Here we go. Very small, 2850. Weapon to Defender Lance kind of crash. Defender Lance weapon. The Defender is a small alien craft, roughly 18 meters in length, most commonly encountered protecting larger alien vessels from human interceptors. Analogists suggest much of the Defender's underlying design architecture is shared with a similarly sized fighter UFO, including an identical reactor unit, control system, and primary drive array. However, two major adaptations lead to it having rather different combat capabilities. The first is a more robust hull, which is reinforced with several layers of hardened extraterrestrial alloys. This makes the Defender more survivable than the fighter, but the extra weight also imposes serious limitations on overall maneuverability. As such, there is little prospect of these craft rolling to evade incoming missiles. The second is the primary armament, a sizable frontal plasma lance that has sufficient range and accuracy to act as a medium-range missile shield. Indeed, any munitions entering the fire arc of this weapon are liable to be vaporized by its searing bolt of energy. Naturally, there are limitations to this, the largest being the substantial recharge time of the plasma lance. Our pilots could overcome the shield by attacking from the rear, overwhelming it with volleys of missiles, or simply destroying the Defender itself, which is less deadly in a dogfight than the fighter. Nonetheless, we must acknowledge that the threat posed by a Defender intercepting a large UFO is a... We must acknowledge that a Defender, full stop. Intercepting a large UFO is a hazardous undertaking at the best of times. Carelessly tossing losing missiles and torpedoes to nearby Defenders could prove disastrous. Okay, noted. 1500 is that's a scout with an escort. 1500 is a probe with an escort. They're escorting probes now? Medium. Again, I think once we get to the point of doing this, you'll be like shooting things down, and then we'll have you as a torpedo boat. Right, wait until you're actually loaded. Give it like a few seconds. However long you need, maybe an hour? No, you're good. Okay, launch. Anything patrol? RTV. Retask. No. Slow down. RTB. Landside destroyer. This landed UFO is likely to contain valuable alien technology and resources. We can spend a combat team to infiltrate, eliminate the UFO, and capture the UFO before it takes off. This mission will require more difficult and have greater rewards than a crash site, as both the UFO and the crew are undamaged. Okay. Guess what we're doing next time, folks? Crashed UFO team. Okay, who's ready for this? Everyone's slightly hurt. We haven't got time to wait, unfortunately, for this one. That's not how this is going to work. Okay, I need a rifleman and a sniper. Bogdanov? You've been promoted. Sniper. Layman. Okay, right. Bogdanov. Warden armor. Extra smoke. Layman. Precision laser rifle. Smokes. Smokes. Just carry the smokes. Fine there. You can. Oh my god. Yes. Meyer. Nah. Still having issues, Meyer. Honestly, have that, because that's... Not having that caused me greater issues in the long run than a lot of other stuff did. You're fine. Just keep it that way. Farkas, you're good. In fact, you're so good, you're going to get a flash as well. 1 TU penalty is okay. You're good. Ricci is a bit low. Can we replace Ricci with something else? Farkas is a little bit low as well, frankly, as well, but... Emma Green. Okay, Ricci, step out. Green, step in. Gordon armor. There you go. That's fine, you're good. You're good. Farkas, you're a little bit wounded. Can we replace... The Yager is back. Okay, Farkas, you did good. You did real good, buddy. I mean, I'm really happy. Look how it's gone up. Yager's back. LT. LT's back. Minus 3 TU penalty. Take it. Take it and run. Meyer is 91%. 40 health. Jesus, your health is low. Okay, what else is doing? Any else? Sokolov. Sokolov, you wasted space. You got no strength either. Honestly, kind of tempted to fire you, Sokolov. Not gonna lie. Baronetze. Thomas. Right. Meyer, take a rest. Thomas, get in there. Yeah, it's fine. We'll replace your weapon with the accelerated weapon. Oh, wrong person, sorry. Thomas. There you go, go that. Smoke. Warden armor. Okay, so... Oh, Warden armor. Warden armor. There you go, make sure I was reading the Warden armor. You're hurt, but not that much, and you got health to count for it. You're there, you're okay. Matt's Falk, okay. Can you carry just like that? Because we did kind of run out and it was slightly inconvenient. Have an extra one. Cool. Right, folks, we'll launch for this next time, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.